It's a very, very exciting time because it's kind of at the confluence of many, many different disciplines. And so protein design has and protein engineering have really profited from really parallel advances in many areas. So I would say starting, I mean, we've been, developing Rosetta and sort of protein design methodologies for a number of years, and really starting with very simple problems like, could we design a sequence which folded up to a stable structure that wasn't found in nature, and gradually adding in more and more sophisticated functions. So I would say the first is sort of basic understanding of the science and software engineering and software development. Then the second is these calculations are extremely time intensive. So the rapid increase in the power of computing and the amount of available compute power have made a huge difference. The kind of things we do now would not have been possible with the computing available 20 years ago. Then third, kind of the genomics revolution and everything that came with it have been really critical. So now when we're testing designs, after we've found a sequence or designed a sequence that's predicted to fold up to a protein that has a function that we're trying to design, we can order a gene, a synthetic gene that encodes that protein, and it can be here in as few as 3 days. Then companies like Twist and Agilent have figured out how to scale gene synthesis. So for cases where we want to get a lot of experimental feedback on many, many different designs, we can actually on the computer now design hundreds of thousands of different sequences, and these companies will send back a tube that encodes 100 that is synthetic genes for 100,000 different designs. So when we experiment, and then we've worked out sort of the high throughput experimental methods for screening all of those, which gives us a huge amount of information to feed back to improve the model. And then finally, deep learning has really arrived on the scene, and that's pushing what we can do even further ahead. So it's really the confluence of many different advances in many different areas, which is making this area move so quickly. I would say the final one is that we're having some success in designing proteins that have new functions, and we're spinning out companies that are advancing these, and that's creating more and more enthusiasm and more interest in these methods. And so the other thing this isn't really a technology thing, this is more a human thing. We're getting really smart, fantastic people from all over the world coming here with bringing their own ideas in, and sort of learning and contributing to the very rapid forward pace of this field.